with recording this beautiful webinar that we do. Today is Monday, May 15th. So welcome everybody to this Fieldnotes and Legal Shield webinar that we do. So let me see who needs to be muted. Oh, there we go. Everybody's muted. So if you got something to say, just chime in and we can address it. So what I wanted to point out to today is, I don't know if anybody has seen this little Try Beta app, and has anybody gone in and poked around? Yeah, Gary, because I'm about to poke around and take a look. So what did you find? Now, this is a concept in the sense of the developers, to my knowledge, they were actually going to go towards the end of the month, but they said, you know what, we wanted to start to get responses from people. So they were going to see if we were going to select a couple of people to kind of be test dummies. And then they decided, you know what, everybody's going to get it. So two places where you can give us feedback. So I just want to point these two places out. One is going to be, and let's let Keith in, support at Fieldnotes AI. Want to make sure everything is spelled correctly. So you can send your feedback in the long form in email, and you can also, let me get out of beta real quick just to show you, but down here in the corner, we'll have our typical little chat. Let me see, there it is. So please just put in your details here and then just hit us with what you got, right? So those are the two places that we would like to have the feedback given, and all feedback is welcome. Now, some things are still in progress. So you guys, so we're Legal Shield, right? We're not going to see anything that has anything to do with the transactions. So for that at that moment, that's a little extra. That's something that for our version will get touched up. You see this lead generation, you guys don't utilize that service, so it's extra. And so this is just, once again, something that's part of, they need to clean it up for our side. But for the moment, everything is just basically there for you guys to play around. In regards to speed, yes, it's supposed to be optimized and to be a lot faster. However, you might not see that because right now it's not fully, I guess, let's just say turned on in that sense. But you can see that the flow and the colors are obviously different. This is the customer engagement view. So this is like the dashboard from before. What you can see here is all the options are on the side, on the left-hand side. You can expand and have access to the items, contacts. Here is all contacts, all leads. And then here's all the special reports that you guys might have saved. Transactions won't be there for us. Activities, this is the calendar view. So, Gary, for what you've seen, what did you get the chance to look at?
Well, I just saw that was to try the beta, so I turned it on and I looked around and I just searched all of the areas.
Mhm.
I like how it looks. I know it's beta, so it's not fully functional yet,
Mhm.
uh, but I really like how it looks and feels.
Yep. One thing that I can mention when it comes to contacts, let me show you this, because this is something that was before driving me crazy. So here, remember we wanted to, like when you would expand and add more categories. So let me see where it is to add. Here it is, the columns. So when you add more columns and you start to pile this on, you want to look at a bunch of things. Let's see, contact source, sales cycle, and then you want to show data. And let's say that we have 100. So I don't know if you guys see that this is now, you have the view to see 100, but it is in a fixed window with the screen and where you can scroll. And if you keep on adding, let's say, a bunch of this is now fixed. So you no longer have to go all the way to the bottom. That was something that if you remember, and once you go out of this and you see the contacts in the other, you had to scroll all the way down to the bottom. So that's why I would always keep just 5, just so I had access to the toolbar, because one wanted to look at so much columns. Now that's not even an issue. So you could have a view of 100, still be able to scroll through them, have access to this bar. So now that you can, I apologize. So now you can slide back and forth, and at least viewing all the content isn't so, I mean, sometimes I'd get vertigo from going up and down, up and down. So you know what I mean? Now my vision can just sit. It can be at ease and not be whipped around. And so that for me was huge. So there's that. What I do like is having access to these, right? I know it's different from up here, but um, getting access to these little like windows where you can kind of see what, I don't know, to me it looks a little bit the flow is a little bit easier in that kind of sense. And then up here also are the reports that you might have saved. And then if you just basically click it, it'll go to the report. These are the same options from before. So doing mass edits, instead of being in a button, they're now just visible. So I guess getting accustomed to what these all do is going to be something in which I could assume maybe a little bit of a learning curve. Has anybody else had a chance to see anything, do anything, point out anything that they liked? This was recently released, like 2 days ago. So, and then for some people, uh, they didn't want to go in because they didn't know if it was okay to do so, which of course it is. And I'm going to be sending out an email to people so that they can know the support channels to give us the feedback and to be alerted of the issue and know that they can go in there and try to break it.
Yeah, I didn't need permission, but but I didn't go look. I was just trying to get stuff done, but I did notice that it was there, and am looking forward to getting in there and trying it out.
Absolutely. One thing I can say
Looks good so far.
that is maybe a little bit too much, but I do like having these quick links that helps you kind of like get to these different options. Whoops. I like it a little bit different, but it does seem like it's a little bit too much. But here's your emails and calendars. This is for text calls. And so this is where your access is. This is where your signatures are more. So no longer does it look like it used to before. It's all kind of just in one window. This is for your profile. So your profile is split into its own kind of page or selection, and then your signatures and more, or your signatures are here, and it's pretty much the same as before. It's just in a different format.
Recording in progress.
All right. Let's try to find that individual. There it is, the culprit, Keith. It had to be Keith, right? Oh, Keith, what are we gonna do? I let you in, and this is how I get paid. So,
Switching controls here, brother. Sorry about that.
all good, all good. So the one thing you can see, these little windows kind of are stuck in some case. So there's some things that have been reported that we're obviously going to be touching up, but this is how you would access your templates. I think somebody had requested to have access to the templates maybe onto one of these, and so that's something that I would want to request to get quicker access to templates. Now, let's see. Maybe this doesn't go to templates. Oh, well, here we go. So now, okay, so we got the search. That's good.
And does it search in depth?
I want to say so, but let's see if there's any other stuff that we can test search. So let's open up marketing. See if it search. Ooh. This is interesting.
That's nice.
So it's just taken the Bill of Rights out of the Legal Shield member, which I kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, just in case you don't remember the whole thing of the action plan, or you don't remember the whole email, you just remember like the first word of it. You're like, oh, what a retard. You know what I mean? But at least you'll be able to. Now I do like that. Let's see if there's any other that I could test just to. Oh, let's try that one. That's gonna drive me crazy. Welcome. Oh, this is the bee's knees now. So that's good. It looks like it searches just your, like, the library stuff. So let's. No, it does. It does search the membership. It gives you the default, and then it gives you what, these two emails of welcome. No, I like. I'm
Send
gonna
them
have to
some
play
Krispy
around.
Kreme.
Right? Yeah. No, those guys get. Those guys get I don't know what they get, but a red bean pastry filled with herbs and spices. Because I don't know if they do donut. You know what I mean? They do other fried little. They do little fried little balls, and then they put like some chutney in it. But well deserving of a whole bucket of that and hundreds of those. So yes, this I definitely like, especially the way that that's so that's a good thing. I wonder about the action plans, if it has something, how they've displayed the action plans. Ooh, this is kind of different. I did ask for something that was linear instead of the little blocks, because then it got to like, then you got into like 30 different action plans, and you would get like lost because it was like sets of blocks to where it was just kind of tiled so much. So this right here seems interesting. New action plans, import action plans. See, so like this view, they must be still. I think they need to make it look a little bit more like this. I think this little up and down. So this is now going to be something in which, if you do see little things happen, obviously it's not intended for you to like 100% work out of, but poke around, see what you like, see what you don't like. Now would be a really good time to express your feedback as to any changes that you might see, or anything in the future, or just, I would say now's the time to throw it all out. So if you got any kind of pasta to the wall, I would just throw it in the fistfuls. So, but yeah, so this is the new. I see that we have some new individuals on. I see we have Estella Blake. How are you doing, Estella? We had a meeting last week. Glad to see that you had a chance to make it.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
I see Lloyd. Lloyd, how are you doing, Lloyd?
I'm doing fine, thanks.
Beautiful. And I see Paul. How are you
Oh,
doing, Paul?
how are you guys?
Doing well. Doing well. I don't think we've had a chance to speak to you. Is this your first time joining the webinar?
I've been here a few times, but it's been quite some time ago.
Okay, cool. Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
Absolutely. This must have gotten stuck. Now, are you, I would assume you are Legal Shield associate,
Yes, I am.
and you're possibly looking at our CRM to help you with, do you kind of have an idea? Have you thought about that?
I'm looking at it, thinking about it, kind of upgrade to see what I can do to make the jump.
Okay. What are you currently using to kind of orchestrate all of these kinds of duties that everybody in Legal Shield does?
That's a good question.
Are you currently using like a CRM, or are you just,
I'm using the custom-made Excel program.
well, what I can tell you is if you like and you're accustomed to Excel, this is a basic glorified, spreadsheet Excel,
Mhm.
right? Let me get out of the beta so that you can maybe see what it really looks like. But the fact of having all the different means of categorizing, that's really kind of how you kind of really squeeze the juice out of your data, is what I would say. So coming up with categories. Now, would you be using this for communication, for prospecting? What are you thinking of using it for?
Right now, I'm using something like it for prospecting, tracking, communicating with my clients, follow up.
Okay, okay. Well, as long as those as long as you really think about the categorizing, right? So that you can kind of have, if you want to have like a sales flow for prospecting, if you want to build any type of stages within your process within the CRM, I highly suggest that you do, so that you can um, manage all your different groups and your duties
Yeah.
easily, right? And so Rick's also got a really cool way that he's using the form in which he captures people that he is out and about when he does little meetings and events. He has ways of utilizing a form that you can create on our system, get it into a website, and it helps you capture people. So it's kind of like an electronic business card as well, wouldn't you say, Rick? But it's kind of a means of
Yes.
capturing the people, leveraging, obviously the CRM. How many people have gone to an event, met 30, 40, 50 people that now you're looking at a job of 2 to 3 hours of just putting in data, categorizing people, sending out emails. So if that's something that you find yourself doing, this system in conjunction with some other things will definitely help you kind of get those people. If you have them use this site with the login kind of thing, they'll be in, by the time they hit submit, they're already in the CRM. You could have a communication basically staggered out a couple of hours or the following day, however you want to do it. But immediately they're getting followed up, getting dripped on, getting information sent out.
Hmm.
And
I like that.
you just did a couple of things and got it to all 30 instead of physically trying to do that independently, which could be more of a headache, right? So
Yeah, because I'm presently doing groups and doing presentations for conventions and seminars, and have a table and a lot of people come by, and then it's a pain to form to fill out and questionnaire, as you guys know,
yep.
and that's always a pain.
And this could help you with relieving that pain, you could just have maybe a little iPad sitting at the stand, or basically access this link. Or if there's a QR code, scan it right there. Boom, it takes you from your phone. They'll do it right there, right in front of you, submit, and
Yeah.
then there it is, right? And then
QR
you
code's
don't have
nice.
to do nothing. Yeah, and everything is hopefully automated, or you can do it manually, however you want to do it. But the DRM all has that kind of capability, so
Mhm.
that's something that should help you if you have those kinds of duties. But overall, everything that you've said that you needed, this system basically can handle it. So that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I
Um,
appreciate that. Thank you.
absolutely. And let's see if I didn't. Let me see, Miriam, you're relatively new. I'll consider you new as well. How has your experience been? How have you been over there in Canada?
Well, first of all, with the Krispy Kreme donuts, I would say pass. You need to come to Canada with
You got something better? How can
yes,
this even
Tim
exist?
Tim Hortons has
Hortons.
better donuts, than we were down there in Washington actually and got some Krispy Kreme donuts, and we gave them away. It was like, yeah, no.
What? That is blasphemy. Oh my God. I can't even believe I'm gonna have to like take a flight out to Canada and definitely, that's probably the first thing I do. I get off the plane is look, I'll be like, Tim Horton, take me to this gentleman.
Take me to your Tim Hortons and
Yeah.
nobody gets hurt.
Right
Anyway,
now.
as far as Fieldnotes goes, I've taken a pause just because I'm busy doing other things.
Absolutely.
I'm still back at, I've got my categories done. And
Okay.
so I'm now creating just a spreadsheet that so that I can just either send to Sparky to play with that or to upload it myself. And the only thing that I don't know whether, Rick may have an answer for this, but I was trying to download just my members that are in Legal Shield's back office, and it went to a CSV file, and it was like, okay, and my computer just went blah and just shut it down. It was like, no, we're not doing this. So I can't seem to get because I'm on a Mac, of course. I'm on a Mac, so it acts up on me sometimes, and it tries to shove it into numbers, and it's like, no, I don't want it there. So, but it's a matter of just for me, I keep poking and digging through the library and what's here and what's there, and I still have some Canadian stuff to send to you. So I just got stalled. I'm doing presentations this week, so it's trying to get ready and just stalled, and it's okay. Because I'm kind of looking forward to poking through the beta now to see if it will actually function better in my head than what we're poking at right now.
It's essentially all the same functionalities. So everything that you know or remember or we've discussed, right, is there. It's just reorganized. And for now, it's more of a work in progress. So definitely go into it, see how the layout. I want to, try to get as familiarized with it as much as possible. And any feedback, small, big, or large, definitely throw it our way. Just if there's anything that doesn't make sense, that to me, there's already a handful of things that doesn't make sense that I need to kind of report myself. But flow wise, definitely, if you find yourself spinning the circles and not getting to something quickly, that's even something to report, because at the end of the day, that's what we want. Is we want something in which is has a different layout, but just works more. So they're building it on a different platform, which gives it optimization. So a lot of things are moving, but you can, with your insight, help us with maybe any flow, anything that are out of whack. Definitely report those things to me. Spreadsheet formatting. We'll
I'm finding a challenge just, even like in the system we're working in right now, it's like, okay, where did you hide the library? Where are the templates hidden? So I keep poking through that because, oh yeah, there they are. And I think you've shown us that it actually is a better way it saves time because you're not looking for them. They're in that bar on the left-hand side.
Right. Yeah,
Those
make them.
those things are definitely better. Jeremy, do they have a test case form or format that they prefer? That would, I think, really help, so that they always have, okay, this person was doing this on their phone, this person was doing this on a Mac, they were doing, Marion, yeah, 2 strikes, I mean, a Mac and Tim Hortons. I mean, you've got 1 strike.
Right.
Seriously, if
I'm
they
not
have,
talking to her
if
for
they,
a week now.
yeah.
Yeah, but speak French, Rick. Go ahead and say it in French. Let's see if you can do that. No,
Je
only
parle
do German.
français. And that's
Yeah.
I
about
can't,
all I speak.
I don't speak French either. I'm on the
Yeah.
right side of the country.
Rick,
But
what a
if
troll.
they had, yeah, if they had, yeah, I'm Swiss, thank you. If they had a template that would probably assist us in assisting them to
Uh,
make sure here's
so
all
like
of
what
the
device?
information.
So give us like device, give us you know, what
Yeah. What in the heck were you trying to do? What made you think you could do that?
sure.
Those essential pieces of information beyond just,
The
oh,
description of
I
this is
was
what.
trying to use it and it didn't work. So
Right. So like the device, maybe what browser you're using,
yeah.
some small
Yeah.
details that would definitely I guess shorten the back and forth. That way that the
Mhm.
team doesn't have to ask what you were using. So yeah, no, I
Right.
definitely think that that would be helpful to give you guys a format to follow. And then so I'll definitely add that to the email that I had in mind to send everybody. But yeah, so that's definitely helpful. Um, so then yeah, so that's something that I wanted to discuss. Did anybody have any questions, any concerns, anything that they would like us to, Paul, anything that you'd like for me to look at, Estella? If had you had a chance
Yes,
to poke around, tell me.
I really haven't had a chance to poke around quite yet. And with this new introduction of information that you're sharing, I'm wondering, do I need to focus in on that information or this new information? What is going to be better for me? It might be good that I
So
didn't.
the so I think everything we discussed still stands, right?
Okay,
When we had our meeting, I think last week,
Friday.
right, Friday. So now what we're looking at, and in our future meetings, I can tie everything in with the new beta app. But for the moment, it's just for you to kind of get a flow of how it looks, and so that it's not too shocking at the time of, because they were looking to do this at the end of the month, but they were going to actually within this time give it to specific people, but they just said, you know what, let everybody chime in and have the chance to add their feedback. And so they went ahead and surprised me with there's a little button on the site. So now I need to point everybody to it so that they kind of understand what's needed. So I don't want you to do anything in that side. Just poke around, take a look. When you are ready to do something, if you do something, do it in the normal side, and that way you shouldn't have any issues. And that will translate to the other side as well. So
Okay, great. Thank you.
yeah, so you won't get confused. It all's the same. It's all the same dinner, just a different entree.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions that anybody has had? Any? I'll open the door for all of any of the people that have been here before, all the old schools. Didn't want to say that, but you know what I mean.
Is that the
Quick question.
the seasoned people?
This, yes, my season.
Yeah, salt and pepper.
Oh yeah, well, I got my racing stripes. I got no more salt and pepper, but I mean, I got to do what I got to do. So,
Yeah.
but
Jeremy, one quick thing that came up in my thought, because I was trying to create a second form,
okay,
and it occurred to me that because we do create, one of the things you do in creating those forms is you create a key. And I just wondered if the key works only on one live form at a time. Reason being, I created a form and I stripped it down to just the very, very basics.
Mhm.
It appears, and I put it on the same platforms. It appears just fine when I plug it into the code, and it even, the form comes up and appears when I'm doing the editing, but then as soon as I save it and try and see that form live on the web, it shows up blank, just like the problem we were having before. And that's even with, I mean, just like here, give me your name, give me your, what is it, email address, whatever the two defaults are, and nothing else in the form. It still is doing that. So I just wondered if there's something special there that, oh no, sorry, you can only have one.
So, to my knowledge, you should be able to create multiple forms because
I would think
by
so too,
doing the
but it was just a
different
thought that occurred to me.
by doing the different referral source and by using the different buyer and seller categories and possibly using it with a, you know, like a different sphere, you should be able to create multiple ones. But
Hmm.
again, I didn't know about that error that you were having, and so maybe we can pencil some time and kind of
Sure. Yeah.
might even loop in my the web guy. I think you met that guy before.
Yeah. Yeah. I met Web Guy.
So
He's kind of
and
like Guitar Guy on what's the oh shoot, now I can't remember Jeff Dunham. Guitar Guy. Gotta get out there
yeah,
and watch you some Jeff Dunham.
so I mean we might look at it there and loop him in to get some of his insight and then run it by the developers if they have to. But
Yeah.
curious, you should be able to do multiple different ones for different things, for different
Yeah.
products. Like if
Yeah,
you
I would have thought so.
did an event, only an event, let's just say for
Mhm.
CDLP or something like that, and you
Yeah.
wanted a form just for people that would come in just under CDLP so that you could obviously keep the content, you know, just directed to that event or whatever that may be. And then so,
Mhm.
and if you had different events from different year, you know, from different months, you could also within the resource referral source have that listed. And so I definitely think that you should.
Okay.
And so you've got one form that we got working, right?
Mhm.
You created a second one and what did you do? Just put it on a different page on the
Yes. Yeah.
website
I just put it on a different page. Mhm.
and it just shows up blank.
Yeah. The final page shows up blank.
I'm
Yeah.
curious if you try to put that on maybe a different site that's not that same site. Have you tried that? Because I know you have like multiple
Mhm.
sites, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you try
Yeah.
that? I mean, I know
I
it
haven't. Yeah, I haven't tried the same form on a second site.
just to see if it
I just,
appears.
yeah, but I will
Curious.
do that before I bug you about it. So
Yeah, no, but definitely we can look at it, and you got me actually kind of curious about that.
yeah.
So
Okay.
if there's something that I find, I will report back. But definitely, I thank you for taking that to me. And so,
Mhm.
if there's not anything else that anybody has any questions, I definitely thank everybody for showing up to this webinar. Salute to all the Krispy
Thank
Kreme lovers. And I still haven't gone out to Arby's, so I still got that on my bucket list too. So,
Oh my
but
gosh,
I've
you got
but
all
I've
those coupons I sent you?
had. You sent me coupons? Oh, I
No, I
hope they're
didn't.
I hope they're ready for Latin America.
Actually, when you come, Jeremy, when you come to Phoenix, we're going to introduce you to Bosa, BOSA donuts.
Boza?
In the world,
What
that's
do they?
heaven.
Where?
That's heaven.
Well,
Not
see, so
that I, as a diabetic, I don't eat those things, but if I did,
if you did, right? Well, so they've had for years this place called Doña Donut, right? Which to me, apple fritters are just like as if I was in Seattle. You know what I mean? Like it's the same taste. Like it's good job, but you buy it one day and the next day that was the stalest, hardest donut, that you've ever seen. And Krispy Kreme already have been like 2 days old now, and they still fluffy and nice and delicate. So I don't know. They're kind of
styrofoam, they're not real. They're not real.
they're
Yeah, that's
finding a
all them,
special.
all them chemicals.
They're
Kind of
finding
like
a special
Hostess
heart.
Twinkies, huh?
Oh, don't bad talk my Twinkies now. Don't bad
20
talk.
years old and they're still fresh.
Fresh carrots, fresh cauliflower, and fresh broccoli. I mean, that should be your treat for the day, please. Come on, let's be health conscious here. You are.
When are they going to start filling Twinkies with cauliflower? I mean, just let me know.
You are our wizard. We need you around.
We need you around.
Cauliflower.
Amen. Amen. So I definitely thank everybody for showing up. But you guys have a great day, and ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Right, I'll be calling you or
Ciao, Stella.
what,
Absolutely.
or setting up an appointment, I'll say.
Beautiful.
You too, Rick. Did Rick go?
All right. We'll
Oh,
look.
Rick's right there.
I'm here.
He
We'll
heard
look
you.
for you.
And
Okay.
Stella, it's great to see you online. Congratulations.
Oh, I'm glad to be here. I can't hardly wait till I can understand what I'm doing.
Oh, you'll be fantastic once you get it.
Okay. All right.
Practice. I'll take this practice.
It is. Practice make it perfect.
Ciao, baby.
Ciao, ciao.